Joseph lived in a busy city, where the streets were always alive with the sounds of people, cars, and distant music. The city was a place of constant movement, filled with both opportunity and challenge. He was a black man with a gentle smile and a kind heart, someone who always tried to see the good in others, even when life was difficult. Life was not always easy for Joseph. He often found himself deep in thought, wondering about his place in the world and what the future might hold. He grew up in a small apartment with his family where laughter and love filled the rooms, even if space and money were limited. Money was tight, and sometimes he felt alone in a big world. The weight of responsibility often rested on his shoulders, making him question if things would ever get easier. Even though life was hard, Joseph always looked for hope. He believed that every day brought a new chance, a small possibility for things to get better. He liked to walk in the park near his home, finding comfort in the simple act of moving through nature, away from the noise of the city. The trees and grass made him feel calm. The gentle rustle of leaves and the soft green of the grass helped him forget his worries, if only for a little while. He enjoyed watching the world around him, especially the small things that others might miss. The way a bird hopped along a branch, or how the sunlight danced on the water, brought him quiet joy. Joseph worked at a grocery store, spending long hours stocking shelves and making sure everything was in its place. He helped customers and carried bags, always offering a smile or a kind word, even when he was tired. He knew that sometimes a small act of kindness could make a big difference in someone's day. He dreamed of a better life, but he did not know how to reach it. He often sat by his window, imagining what it would be like to have more, to do more, to be more. Each day he tried his best, but sometimes he felt tired and unsure. The future seemed uncertain, and the path forward was not always clear. One day Joseph stopped to watch something special. As he walked through the park, something small caught his eye and made him pause. It was a group of ants working together, moving tiny pieces of food and leaves with incredible teamwork and determination. They were small, but they moved with purpose. Each ant had a job, and together, they accomplished things that seemed impossible for their size. Joseph did not know it yet, but these ants would change his life. Watching them, he began to wonder if he too could find strength in small steps and the power of working together. Joseph noticed the ants almost every day. They marched in a line, carrying food much bigger than themselves. Some ants pulled, and others pushed. They never seemed to argue or give up. Joseph was amazed by their hard work. He watched as the ants built their home. They worked together, each one doing a small part. No ant worked alone. If one ant struggled, others came to help. Joseph saw how the ants trusted each other and shared the load. Sometimes the ants faced problems. Rain would wash away their path. A piece of bread would be too heavy. But the ants always found a way. They tried again and again until they finished their work. Joseph began to wonder, if ants could work so well together, maybe he could learn from them. He started to watch them more closely, hoping to find answers for his own life. The first lesson Joseph learned from the ants was teamwork. He saw how every ant helped the others. They shared the work, and no one was left behind. Together, they could do things that seemed impossible. Joseph thought about his own life. Sometimes he tried to do everything alone. He was afraid to ask for help. But the ants showed him that working together was better. When people help each other, everyone is stronger. He remembered times at the grocery store when he needed help. When he worked with his friends, the day went faster. They laughed and finished their tasks together. Joseph realized that teamwork made even the hardest jobs easier. From then on, Joseph tried to be a better teammate. He helped his co-workers and asked for help when he needed it. He learned that sharing the load made life brighter for everyone. The second lesson Joseph learned was perseverance. The ants never gave up, no matter how hard things became. If one path was blocked, they found another way. They kept going, step by step, until they reached their goal. Joseph faced many challenges in his life. Sometimes, he felt like giving up, but he remembered the ants. He saw how they kept trying, even when things went wrong. Their courage inspired him to keep moving forward. At work, Joseph sometimes made mistakes. He dropped things, or forgot tasks. Instead of feeling bad, he decided to try again, just like the ants. Each day, he worked a little harder and learned from his errors. Slowly, Joseph saw changes. He became stronger and more confident. He knew that if he kept going, even small steps would lead to big results. The ants had taught him to never give up, no matter what. The third lesson Joseph learned from the ants was to plan ahead. He realized that just as ants never wait until the last minute, he too needed to think about what was coming, not just what was happening right now. Ants always gathered food before winter. They worked together, collecting and storing what they needed long before the cold arrived, making sure they would never go hungry. They built strong homes to protect their families, making repairs and improvements while the weather was good. This way, when storms came, they were safe and comfortable. The ants thought about the future, not just today. They understood that small actions now could make a big difference later. Joseph saw that this was true for people too. Joseph realized he needed to plan for his own future too. He started by thinking about what he wanted his life to look like in a year, or even 5 years from now. He started saving a little money each week, even if it was just a few coins. Over time, he saw his savings grow, and he felt more secure knowing he was prepared for emergencies. He made a list of his goals, like learning new skills, helping his family, and improving his health. Writing them down made them feel real and possible. Each morning, he thought about what he needed to do today to have a better tomorrow. He broke big goals into small steps, making progress one day at a time. At work, Joseph became more organized. He set priorities, kept his workspace tidy, and made sure he knew what needed to be done each day. He planned his day and finished tasks on time, which made his job less stressful and gave him more time for his family and hobbies. He helped his co-workers do the same, sharing tips on planning and encouraging them to set their own goals. Soon, everyone noticed how much smoother things went when they planned ahead. Projects finished faster, and the team felt more confident and less rushed. Joseph felt proud of his new habits. He saw that planning ahead gave him control over his life and helped him handle challenges calmly. He saw that small steps, taken every day, could build a strong and happy life. Each little effort added up, just like the ants' hard work. The ants had shown him the power of being ready for whatever came next. Joseph knew that by planning ahead he could face the future with hope and confidence, no matter what challenges might appear. Joseph did not just watch the ants, he truly studied them, paying close attention to how they worked together, how they never gave up, and how they always seemed to have a plan. He realized that these tiny creatures had a lot to teach him about life, and he was determined to put those lessons into practice. Inspired by what he saw, Joseph made a decision to change his life for the better. He thought deeply about his choices and the direction he wanted to go, understanding that real change would take effort and commitment. At work, Joseph began to use teamwork just like the ants. He reached out to his co-workers, offering help and support whenever he could. He made new friends and built strong relationships, making the workplace a more positive and productive environment for everyone. There were times when Joseph felt exhausted or even afraid of failing, but he remembered the ants' perseverance. He pushed through the tough moments, staying late when needed, and never giving up, no matter how hard things got. Joseph also learned the importance of planning ahead. He started budgeting his money carefully, setting aside savings each month and making thoughtful decisions about his spending. He set clear goals for himself and worked step by step to achieve them. As the months went by, Joseph's dedication and hard work began to pay off. He felt a growing sense of pride and satisfaction as he saw the results of his efforts, both at work and at home. Eventually, his manager noticed his commitment and positive attitude. Joseph was promoted at the grocery store, a reward for his reliability and leadership. With his new position, Joseph took on the responsibility of training new employees. He showed them the value of working together, just as the ants did, and encouraged them to support one another. Joseph didn't keep the lessons he learned to himself. He shared his experiences and advice with his team, teaching them about perseverance, teamwork, and planning for the future. At home, Joseph's new habits made a big difference for his family. He helped his parents and siblings, making sure everyone felt supported and cared for. Through careful saving and planning, Joseph was able to help his family move into a bigger, more comfortable apartment. This new home gave them more space and a fresh start. He made sure his younger brothers and sisters had everything they needed for school, from supplies to encouragement, so they could focus on learning and growing. Joseph also took time to teach his siblings important life lessons. He encouraged them to work hard, never give up, and always make a plan for their future, just as he had learned from the ants. Soon, people in Joseph's community began to notice his kindness, determination, and strength. They saw how he treated others with respect and always offered a helping hand. Whether he was helping a neighbor carry groceries or volunteering at local events, Joseph always worked with a smile, spreading positivity wherever he went. Over time, Joseph became a true role model in his community. His story showed everyone that even the smallest lessons, like those from a colony of ants, can lead to big, meaningful changes in life. His journey inspired others to believe in themselves and take action, one step at a time. Joseph's life became brighter because he learned from the ants. He found hope in their teamwork, strength in their perseverance, and wisdom in their planning. These lessons helped him face his own challenges and build a better life. He knew that anyone could learn from the ants. No matter how small or simple, their actions had power. Joseph showed that with hard work, kindness, and hope, anyone can succeed. Joseph's story reminds us to look for lessons in the world around us. Even the smallest creatures can teach us big things. When we work together, keep going, and plan ahead, we can all win at life. Joseph's journey is not finished. Every day, he finds new ways to grow and help others. Thanks to the ants, he knows that small steps can lead to great things and that everyone can find success.